Welcome to my channel, to Intense Tarot 2222. Today's pick a pile reading, we're going to do what does your inner child want to say to you, and hear what your guides want to tell you too. I don't think it's going to be fully only inner child reading, but definitely something's coming through about the inner child and a message from your guides today. I do want to mention right off the bat that my jewelry line is popping right now. I am featuring this on my Instagram right now, so if you're seeing this when the video comes out, check out my Instagram story, The Real Kristen. I'll link it below. This has hematite, stars, the evil eye, and it's all about staying grounded through your fear. So especially if you're doing it also has some black jade here, like 3 black jades. If you're doing inner child work and you want to stay grounded through your inner child work, pick up some crystals to help you out if you'd like to. Okay, so let's get into the piles. This phantom quartz is going to be pile number 1. Let's hold them up here. Pile number 1. Pile number 2 is going to be this labradorite. And pile number 3 is going to be this adventurine. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Take a minute to decide which crystal you're feeling called to, what's resonating with you, and I will see you in your reading. The links are going to be in the description where you can go to your timestamp and start your reading. Alright, I'll see you in your reading. Alrighty, so if you pick the phantom quartz, welcome to your reading. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments today, as well as Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I do make a small commission with no additional cost to you. If you do want to purchase these decks through my Amazon links, I'll link it below, and you can get yourself some really nice decks. We'll see what comes through. Today for pile number 1, we are checking what does your inner child want you to know right now, as well as your guides. I'm going to start by shuffling your oracles. So the phantom quartz is a crystal that can connect you to your psychic abilities. Okay, so for some of you, you could be psychic mediums. You could talk with spirits, see spirits, and if you cannot right now, it's coming through. So this reading's about your guides and your inner child. So if you're not in touch with your gifts right now, you might have blocked them out from childhood. Maybe you saw monsters or dreamt you're in other worlds in your sleep, that kind of thing. So let me know in the comments below if that's you, if you're tapped into your psychic gifts, or if that's maybe something you're working towards, maybe like psychic development right now. So let me know below what's going on. I'm just going to shuffle your tarot cards. Let's do your inner child message first. So I'm inviting the Holy Spirit to your reading. So Spirit, what does pile number 1 need to know from their inner child? Okay, this flew out. 3 of Cups. Okay, so the 3 of Cups in this scenario I'm getting is all about celebration, but these, I'm getting the vibe you grew up fast. Like these look like adults, but we're talking about inner child, and I think that you may have had to grow up fast. And you're being invited to take on a sense of fun and play. Okay, with the Temperance here, you may like to dress very feminine or get into your feminine energy. If that's not you, your inner child may have loved dress up and wants to get back in touch with that. So if you kind of gone like business mode, for some of you it's like mom mode, like take the time, take yourself out, get a nice dress, maybe put on some heels. You definitely don't have to, but your inner child loves dressing up and is inviting you to get back in touch with that essence. The King of Wands is here. Okay, so this part's gonna be kind of funny sometimes too, like when you're doing the readings, right? It's like stuff comes through for me. So this is actually making me laugh because in this picture, like King of Wands is very spiritual, passionate, fiery energy, right? And she has her hair up in space buns, kind of like me. And so for me personally, I'm really tapped in with my inner child. And so you're being invited to tap basically back in with your inner child, whether that's a hairstyle, playing dress up, whatever it is, getting back in touch with that part of you. Okay, what else, Spirit? So I am getting more of like a father wound coming through here with this King of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Something could be coming in for you, okay? I am getting kind of a difficult past or difficult childhood. So let me know below what the dynamic was, if you feel like sharing between you and your father. And something's coming through. So for some of you, it might have been an inheritance, or your father might have passed. And sometimes, like, the way people are as humans versus how they are as a spirit is different. So some of you, this is only going to resonate for some of you, so only take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But some of you, your father is trying to get back in contact with you on the spirit world, like on the spirit side. The Phantom Quartz is going to be a really great crystal for you to work with. I just got it recently, and I feel like it's helped me tap in more clearly. Okay, for some of you, you could have recently gotten an inheritance, or that may be coming up in the near future. King of Pentacles. Okay, so your inner child, basically, if that's you and you've gotten an inheritance coming through, or some wealth being passed down to you, definitely tap in with your inner child with a portion of that and get yourself feeling, I'm hearing like up to par. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. You're being invited to drop any struggle. If this is kind of like a father wound, maybe some of you even had like a toxic relationship with your father, and you're in the same dynamic now, potentially with a husband or a partner. Take it how it resonates. Spirit's saying you can drop that burden. Some of you, I'm getting like a mom housewife vibe, where it's okay to drop some of these burdens and reconnect and find yourself. There's a new start here. So some of you, maybe you want out of your current circumstances. Maybe you're already doing inner child work, and the Six of Cups came through. Some of you, for sure, you're doing this inner child work, and it's time to get back in touch with your inner child and like protect your inner child. If your inner child would be shocked at what your life looks like right now, you're really going to need to use your intuition. This fell on the floor, High Priestess. Okay, the bottom of the deck is showing me the Two of Swords. Some of you too could have had a speech impediment in childhood. I'm picking up a little bit of like a stutter or a slur coming through. You might not have it now, but some of you in childhood may have had this maybe a speech impediment, because I am not an expert on that type of thing, but I think sometimes if there's abuse or toxicity, it can actually lead to a type of speech impediment. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know none of that was your fault. Some of you actually may not have overcome that, and you're still like integrating that now. and you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you can let any guilt or shame around that go if that resonates for you. Okay, let's see. So what's this decision coming up? This is the female King of Cups. So this deck has both a male and female king for each of the 4 suits. This is about deciding where your ship's gonna go and tapping into your intuition. Okay, some of you could be going through spiritual awakening right now. Strength. It's about finding your strength and your power. Okay, and for some of you where you're not resonating with this more kind of adverse childhood, or even if it's like, I'm getting 2 things. So some of you did have the adverse childhood, some of you didn't, but some of you are actually already in happy connections, with the Lovers, the 10 of Cups, and the Queen of Cups, and you're already emotionally fulfilled. But some of you, you're stumped. You're not happy with where you're at in life, and it's time to really take control, find your strength, tap in with your intuition, and seek this for yourself, for your inner child, and this self-love. Okay, so let's go on more to like the current energy, and where like what your guides have for your advice. Holy Spirit, what is the advice for pile number 1? Strength. So you have the strength too. You are super strong, and what you've been through has made you super strong. You could be seeing dragonflies. That could be a type of confirmation or spirit guide for you. You might want to look up the spiritual properties of the dragonfly. I'm seeing it all throughout this card. And some of you, the number 42 could be significant, as well as the name Mark. Okay, so only take that if it resonates. And it's time to really focus on your healing. Some of you might be in union with someone named Mark. That's really coming through. Okay, let's see. What is this advice? If you're not in union with someone named Mark, don't get hung up on that part. Okay, so strength and union. I think some of you are actually questioning the strength of the union if you're already in one. What's coming through your advice from your guides is faith, gentleness, and trust. Okay, so some of you have probably been through several relationships, maybe even multiple marriages, to find someone that you trust and you have faith in. Others of you are going through turmoil and maybe considering ending a connection right now. So really be gentle with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself if you ended up with someone who's kind of like potentially a toxic parent. There's other people out there. You can heal from this. And with this buck energy, some of you might have just gone through a breakup. If this is a timeless reading, but if you're watching it when it came out and was recorded, you may have trusted your gut feeling and left a karmic partner during the buck full moon, super moon. Alrighty, so let's get a couple more cards. So choice. So I am really getting that a lot of you are dealing with a choice. We have sanctuary. So this is about creating your state of peace, whether that's in a physical location, home, or mental state, and choosing your own self-love. There are a lot of doves here. And in some of these, it's solo, it's one dove. So just know that you deserve peace no matter what. Up your self-care, up your self-love. And Spirit is proud of you. And I'm hearing like some of you are just potentially have really overridden your intuition, your gut feeling in the past, and it's time to really listen to yourself. I'm hearing, like what I was hearing was, are you listening? So really slow down and clear your mind so that you can hear yourself, your guides, and your like intuition guiding you. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. You can check out my TikTok lives. You can check out my Instagram, The Real Kristen. If you want to book a one-on-one reading, you can book yourself. I only have one account, so make sure you're only using my one account and there's no scam accounts on there. Alright, thank you for joining me. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. You picked the labradorite crystal, and today for pile 2, we're using the Little Prince Tarot and the Shamanic Healing Oracle. If you're interested in purchasing these decks yourself, I'm going to go ahead and link them below in the description. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you purchase these decks using my link, I do get a small commission with no additional cost to you. Okay, so today's reading, we're talking about your inner child, what your inner child wants to say to you, and then the second part of the reading will get into what your guides want you to know, what your guides want to say to you right now. Alrighty, so right away with the labradorite crystal, it's getting in touch with that sense of magic. Okay, that's like that do you believe in magic vibe. Alrighty, inviting the Holy Spirit to your reading. And Spirit, what does pile number 2's inner child want to say to them? Let's find out. Okay, so we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Alright, what else, Spirit? We have the Page of Swords. We have the Moon. You could have really been obsessed with Beauty and the Beast, or like maybe really love that movie. We have the Hangman. Okay, so I think that your inner child, I think that you had a mother that allowed you to be in touch with your emotions, but at some point you started repressing it. And the vibe I'm getting, like this Queen of Pentacles is more seductive than a lot of tarot decks, and you may have, this is also a general reading, so only take this if it resonates, but you may have had a mom that was more like seductive and maybe had like different men around, or was just flirty or whatever, and you might have had to kind of escape what you were hearing and what was going on and this energy. Some of you, that was through like sci-fi or maybe like Star Wars, and your inner child is saying that secretly you have all of the tools you need. So some of you, this could have like childhood dynamic with a mother figure could have impacted your adult relationships and dating more than you realize. King of Pentacles is here. This King of Pentacles looks really beaten down to me. He has a castle. So I think you're from a family that had abundance. The Emperor, but there also might have been like a controlling grandfather, or one or both your parents might have taken on this controlling energy from their own parental figures, and that led you to kind of leave home on this adventure, right? Five of Pentacles. There is a message of sorrow. For some of you, your inner child was just kind of destroyed more by like I'm getting a toxic mother vibe more so, okay? And every time you found an escape or something that resonated with you, it was kind of cut off or destroyed. What else, Spirit? The Eight of Wands. I think that you found more of a sense of community from people you've met while traveling than your actual family. Six of Cups. You may have had like a solid sibling who really just really like got you, okay? There's the Eight of Pentacles, and I think that while you were from an abundant family, you did a lot of work, or like almost like laborious work, just to kind of get away from the energy and how you felt while you were at home. Okay, the Devil's coming out here. Some of you could be dealing with addictions or drinking issues because you're trying to like numb this pain from childhood and kind of drown your sorrows. Some of you could have legal issues. Knight of Swords. You're chasing after the fox here, and you're looking for love. I'm hearing looking for love in all the wrong places, okay? The Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is really, your inner child is dying for you to go back and do your inner child work and get that sense of magic and innocence back. It's time to do inner child work. That is a message from your inner child. That one fell. Queen of Swords. I'm really getting it's time to cut off any toxic energies around you in your environment right now, okay? I took the top and bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands. With the snake here, the energy that I'm getting is more about, it's learning about like death and love, okay? So sometimes you have to go through kind of an ego death and let go of the past to go through this rebirth and cut off the things, people, and places that don't make you feel love. Alrighty. We have the Omen card came out with the hawk. See what your guides want to say about this. I'm getting, for some of you, you have an ancestor that comes to you in the form of a hawk. Divine timing with the pyramid and the eye. And what I'm hearing is this ancestor, I think it's either like a grandfather or grandmother, is saying that now is the time to do this work and divine timing is now. And they've been telling you that. Okay, yeah, bottom of the deck we have death. It's time to go through this transformation. It's kind of like now or never. Ascension. So some of you could feel like you're losing your mind right now and going through some interesting things. Starting to hear spirits or really starting to see things differently. Okay, so some of you are going through ascension and you may not know it. We have It's All Good, again with the pyramid in the middle. Sacred Space. So some of you are a twin flame and may not be recognizing that it's time for union with your twin flame. Your twin flame can also probably have answers for you about your inner child work. Integration with the snake. And home. So for some of you, your twin flame is calling you home. You're pretending like everything's good and there's maybe not these things to resolve from childhood. You may be drinking to repress them and you may not know or want to speak about them, because I'm getting a throat chakra blockage coming through. So just know that it's okay to speak your truth to yourself and to your counterpart, and it's okay to go to home with this union. Alright, so this is really beautiful energy. I'm sending you a lot of light and love. It looks like you went from a dark past and transformed everything, and now there may be some unresolved issues with your inner child work to resolve. So take on that sense of magic. For sure, going through ascension, you're gonna have these psychic and magic skills enhancing. So thank you so much for joining me today and letting me read for you. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's The Real Kristen, and I will include it in the description box below. Right now I am offering one-on-one readings for the month of July 2022. They are half off, so if you want to get a little sale vibe, it's there for you. And you can book yourself by clicking book now. Alrighty, so thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today, and I'll see you in your next reading. Thank you, Pal 2. Hey, Pal 3, if you pick the Aventurine, this is your reading. Okay, we have the Nicoletta Tarot today, as well as the Messenger Oracle. Righty, welcome to your reading. Today we're exploring what does your inner child want you to know, as well as what do your guides want to tell you, what needs to come through. So first of all, you're going into a time of great abundance, adventuring around. You have that adventuring stone, and let's get straight into your inner child message. Okay, I am inviting the Holy Spirit to your reading. If you do want to pick up any of these super cute decks, they are going to be listed below in the description box. I am an Amazon affiliate, so you will get a so you'll give me a small commission basically when you purchase it using my link, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps support my channel. Okay, there was a card sticking out to me right now, so I'm gonna pull that out, and we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so Spirit wants to remind you that that past struggle is done. Yeah, and then the 10 of Pentacles came out. It is done. You don't need to go round and round to resolve this. You became a really strong and independent person, and even in childhood you likely were as well. Sometimes that's kind of lonely and isolating. You have the King of Cups. So you are summoning your prosperity right now. So your inner child message, it's almost pulling you to the present moment. So the message here is to stay in the present moment. You may have already done a lot of childhood work. You just maybe can't figure it out and fully move. Like, I get that you're going round and round. Some of you could also have like PTSD from childhood potentially. So definitely get some medical help for that if you feel like that might be you. And for some of you, you're already getting that, you know, you're already getting help with a therapist or a psychiatrist, doctor, something like that. And Spirit's saying they're proud of you. Asking for help can be challenging at times. And Spirit is just saying, like, basically what I'm hearing is like the cards are not, the stack of cards is not going to fall. Like, you're in a stable place. Writing. I feel like you are at your manifesting highest right now. I am getting a throat chakra blockage. Pile 2 also had one. And I'm getting kind of this choice is coming through. You might have been juggling a lot of different things. Maybe some heartbreak, maybe some sorrow, maybe some things didn't work out that you were planning or working on. And some of you may have lost your sense of passion for projects. I'm hearing art. Okay, for sure you are a twin flame. So for some of you, I'm getting pile 2 and pile 3 may resonate for you or your twin or both. Okay, so I'm getting that pile 2 and pile 3, or if you're a twin flame, like in contact with your divine counterpart, you may want to share the other video with them. Okay, this is like your scared inner child here. And just know sometimes it's okay to just hug yourself, and it's okay to feel scared and then let it pass and transmute that fear into love. Okay, anything else your inner child would like to say? I think you may have felt left out a lot in childhood. We have the 6 of Wands. You successfully left, and the Castle was also in pile 2's reading. You and your twin both successfully left these not ideal kind of homes. Writing. I think you were very studious, and you've been able to manifest a lot, either with that intention or just writing down your goals. I think that you're very successful, very abundant, and This card's always like really striking to me when it comes out. It's just like the melted ice cream and this stare. You probably have a really intense stare. And you don't need to go down these rabbit holes anymore. Okay, we have the top and bottom of the deck. It is okay. There's this round and round like juggling energy that I'm getting from this deck. It's okay to let that go. Cut those cords if you need to. You've become a really balanced person, and I think some of you need to hear that, because you might not feel that way. All right, let's see what your guides want to say to you. What do your guides want to say to you today? I'm starting to hear the song "We Are the Champions." Know your power, okay? So call back your power, know your power. You are so powerful and loved. I'm getting this feeling like you might not have a ton of people in your life, but you are enough. We have make the sacrifice. So if there's anything else holding you back, let that go. I'm hearing let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. So something could be happening in the winter or holiday season. Yeah. Let go of the old. So you may be planning to leave a lot behind in the near future or in the winter time of whenever you're seeing this video, and let your emotions flow. So just really let your emotions out, okay? Focus and then act. So it's time to really get focused. What's staying or what's going in your life and in your emotions, and then let it go. And just stay strong. You have this dragon energy here, okay? So you're very strong, very powerful, likely a divine feminine. And what do we know about divine feminines? It's rising right now. Wash away your burdens and love that you are different. Okay, so you need a bath cleanse or ocean cleanse, river cleanse, whatever that is for you, and love that you're different. Love that you don't fit in with everyone. You didn't come here to fit in with everyone. What else, Spirit? There is a message to be patient with yourself. So you may actually be taking a lot of action right now, and it's like, be patient. Nourish the soul. All right, so really getting into soul stuff. Also nourish your soul family, right? Embrace the masculine. So for some of you, I'm getting that pile 2 and pile 3. It's a twin flame couple. And pile 3, you need to be ready. I feel like if you're not in twin flame union, like I feel like that's coming soon. Follow the moon. Do not fear the unknown. So any fears that you're having, really transmute that into love. Be without malice. So anything causing you any type of pain, let it go. Need and necessity. So really, right now, the message is to just be more in touch with what you need and what's necessary, and not any excess. Top of the deck, we have seek your destiny. And the bottom of the deck, show that you care. So some of you, there's this message here, you might be like hyper independent, and it's like, show your masculine that you do care about them. And that's what's happening. So pile 2 is more about that person going through this type of death energy. And then pile number 3 for you, it's about knowing that your destiny is love and teaching others about love. opening third eyes, and quantum leaping. There's portals here. I think that the Lionsgate portal coming through is going to be a big time for you. There's just like a lot of really cool energy here, and the message from your guides is just really knowing that everything's connected, and like you already know that. So I get that you're a very intuitive person, and that you really need to care about yourself more. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Alrighty, so thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so on my Instagram, The Real Kristen. And I think that's all that I have for you, pile number 3. So if you're not, also pile 3, like if you're not reading tarot, you might want to pick that up, okay? That's what your guides are saying. That would be a good way to develop your skills while like having fun. Like for me, tarot reading is really fun, okay? So it could be a good new activity for you. Alrighty, so thank you, pile 3. I'm sending you a lot of light and love, and really all these blessings are coming in for you, so congratulations. Bye.